Greetings, everyone. How are y'all tonight? I trust everyone is doing well. Um, I'm coming on here tonight because I want to talk about some truth. Over on TikTok, I asked, do you want the truth? And over here on my YouTube, it is, can you really handle the truth? You know what I'm saying? These are the things we want to know. Can you handle the truth? Is it something that you really want to dive into? Because there's times that I think people, they want the truth, they really can't handle it. It's not something that they really can really get into. You know what I'm saying? It scares them when you tell them the truth. So I wanted to come out of some things because it's just so much going on and so much truth is coming out. Well, you don't know if it's the truth, you don't know if it's a lie, but a lot of truth is being exposed, you guys. A whole lot of truth is being exposed. Um, and we need to be aware of what it is that's going on. Because there's a video circulating of a young lady, and I want you guys to go check her out too. Um, let me see. I really wanted to play this video. Really, I did. I wanted to play this video with her. Um, and maybe I could pull it up over here. Maybe I can pull it up on this one so you can hear it because, man, this is my girl and I ain't heard from her in a minute. And I was wondering where she went. She pops up today. And she did a video on September the 3rd. She did a video September 3rd, 2024, right? And in this video, that she called out some names. And there's some things she said in this video that I'm concerned about because I don't be understanding either. I'm like, why aren't we worried about these children? Is my question. Where are these babies at? Where are these children? And why aren't we being more concerned about them either? She spoke on some things today and it really brought to light some stuff, right? And I was just like, wow, yeah, where are the babies? Where are the babies? I would sure like to know. So I'm gonna find this video so I can play it for y'all because it is when I tell you, yeah, she called some names out today, baby. And which she should have, and which she should have. Oh goodness, come on. In which she should have called them out. You hear me? Okay, so we're looking for the repost. Show me now. I want to see the repost. Let's see this repost. Um, thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love. Let me see. I'm trying to find her so that y'all can hear this. So y'all can hear it because that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Um, because I really want y'all to hear this video. I want y'all to hear what my girl says. Because what she's saying is so true. And it does make you wonder because no one's asking these questions about these babies. Nobody's asking these questions about these children. Nobody. And I keep always wanting to know too. So here we go. We're going to get into it. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it. Probably can't hear it. Her name is Allie. Allie Carter. She's my girl. I've been wondering where she went. I know y'all can't hear it. She's believed to be Tupac's daughter. She has been trafficked through Hollywood. And she calls out some names of some people that have done some things to her. And a lot of these women and these young women that I have seen on here, they've disappeared for a minute until just now when Diddy just got arrested. Now they're resurfacing back on TikTok. They're coming back on to tell their stories again. So some of the stuff may sound repetitive. I got y'all can hear them. Let's see if I can find it. September 23rd, she did this video. I don't know if y'all gonna really be able to hear. I wish y'all could hear. But I'm just gonna say this. Her name is Allie Carter. Allison Carter is her name on TikTok. Y'all should look her up, check her out. Her story is something else. She can't be making this up. Like this can't be a made up story. Where are these children? Where are all these children? We see children coming up missing daily. Daily they're coming up missing. And no one's asking no questions about these children. Everybody wants to know about the adults. Everybody's so concentrating on the grown folk. And nobody's saying, what about these children that have been affected by these things? Where are these children? Children are coming up missing every day. Do y'all not even realize all of this stuff is tied into child trafficking? She talks about being trafficked through CPS, through the people that claim they coming to get your children to put them in a better place. She was trafficked through this same system. So when we're seeing all of these things fall down, because you're watching it, New York, it's all coming down next. They're trying to say that this storm is shutting stuff down. Yesterday, I read where the courthouse wasn't going to be open, but for limited things. Certain things are going to be shut down. To some rain, it's raining. It's raining like it would normally rain here. What's really going on? This is what you got to always ask. What's really going on behind the scenes of what I don't see? I spoke on that the other night. You think everything you see, hear, smell, taste, and feel is real. You swear nothing else is. Because that's the way society has you. So you'll never look at what could be going on behind the scenes. You want to pay attention to face all the time. But all of this stuff is intertwined into one another, one way or another. And you're going to see. I spoke on, we're going to see a rise in people unaliving themselves. You're seeing that already. They're unaliving themselves. They're scared. They're running. They don't know what to do. Names are being called. People are saying things. People are coming out. And if you've ever dealt with anything in the industry, you know most of this stuff is for real. Or you just turned a blind eye to it to not act like it ever existed. But it has existed for a long time. You got to ask yourself, is that why I didn't make it in the industry? It's probably a good thing I didn't make it in the industry, right? Because of the things that are going on now that we see that are happening with Diddy, the state of New York. You're about to see the state of Georgia. You're about to see a whole lot of this go down in a lot of different states. This young lady even called out the CPS and she said, y'all know y'all doing it even with the immigrants in Colorado. She called out everybody. So, no respect for person, as I always say. Please understand, no one's obsolete from this thing. Everyone, everyone could be guilty. Stop thinking because they carry a certain name, have a certain status, that they ain't guilty of doing the things that they are out here really doing. and that your children, your grandchildren, your nieces, nephews, sons, and daughters could all be victims to these people. I could have been a victim to these people and you don't even know it. So I came out here because this truth thing. Are y'all scared of the truth? Do y'all really want to know the truth? Because man who dares that. Now I'm coming out of the Circle 7, the divine instructions from the Holy Prophet. Chapter, the chapter for everything. And I needed a chapter today. I needed a chapter today. This one's on the pinnacle of wisdom. This is on the pinnacle of wisdom. And this is instruction 23. Man who dares enslaves the world. When he knows he can enjoy his tyranny, but for a moment, what would he not aim at if he were immortal? What would he not aim at? The oppression is not going to stop y'all until we stop it. Because the man who dares enslave the world when he knows he can enjoy his tyranny, but for a moment, what would he not aim at if he were immortal? That's a deep question to ask. Very deep question to ask. Enough hath thou of life, but thou regardest it not. Thou art not in want of it. Oh man, but thou art prodigal. So that means you can come and go as you please. So you think. And you swear that there's never going to be a time when you're going to have to pay for that. You just heard me say that the man who dares to enslave the world can only enjoy it for a moment. So what won't he aim at if he was immortal? If thou hadst more than enough, and yet thou repinest that it is not gathered again unto thee, that it is not gathered again unto thee, know that it is not abundance which maketh rich, but economy. It's not an abundance that make you rich. Economy. Do you really even know what that really means? Don't you know if you are in a state of ignorance, you are still a slave? If you are in a state of ignorance of not wanting to come into what this truth is all about, you are still a slave. You're enslaved to things that you don't even have to be enslaved to. You allow yourself to be tied down to many things. The wise continueth to live from his first period. The fool is always beginning. The fool is always beginning. Labor not after riches first, and think thou wilt afterwards enjoy them. He who neglecteth the present moment throw away all that he has. As the arrow passes through the heart, while the warrior knew not that it was coming, so shall his life be taken away before he knoweth that he has it. You feel me? What then is life that man should desire it? What? Breathing that he could covet it? Is it not a scene of delusion, a series of misadventures, a pursuit of evils linked on all sides together? In the beginning, it is ignorance. Pain is in its middle, and its end is sorrow. I'm going to say that again. Is it not a scene of delusion, a series of misadventures, a pursuit of evils linked on all sides together? In the beginning, it is ignorance. Pain is in the middle, and its end is sorrow. As one way pushes on another till both are involved in that behind them, even so succeeded the evil to evil. In the life of man, the greater in the present swallow up the lesser in the past. Our terrors are real evils. Our expectations look forward into impossibilities. Our expectations Look forward into impossibilities. Hmm. Our terrors are real. Your terrors are real. You might not want to face it, but they're real. Fools to dread as mortals and to desire as if immortal. What part of life is it that we should wish to remain with us? Is it the youth? Is it your youth you wish to remain with you? What part of your life do you wish to remain with you? Because I just seen a brother say something today that made so much sense. He said, these men out here talking about, no older woman. You don't want no older woman. Men leaving their older women to go be with a younger woman. Da, 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 da. And he said something so profound. He said, it ain't even that us older women or us seasoned women, because we're more seasoned. That's what it is. And we don't slow down. We can keep going. It's that most of these men can't keep up with the woman. That's what it is. As they get older, they slow down. They think that that's going to keep them up and going, but it doesn't. A more seasoned woman can keep you seasoned. And he said that. He was like, it's fine. Y'all ain't got to want these older women. Y'all sure don't. But they have more sense. They are able to continue to keep going. Because most of those that want to run out and look for that, now their babies is gonna be changing diapers. So, and the woman that you left that you claimed because she was old and she was this and that because you became boring and you didn't continue to keep yourself up. See, and when the woman doesn't get lost in you and caught up into you, and she's really focusing on her, you're mad because she's not focusing on you. She's not giving her all to you where you can change that up on her. And he said that to her. I said, that's such a great thing to hear. Thank you for saying it. Because I know we have busted our behinds, worked our butt off, raised children, raised the men, including by raising ourselves. For anyone to ever speak against an older woman, and you came from a woman, your mom wasn't 10 when she had you, and your mother grew older in taking care of you and raising you. So, it really like throws me when I hear that, when I keep hearing this about as if we're no good or something because we've gotten older, seasoned, and great. And most of the time it's because we don't want to put up with the bull crap anymore. And so you'll say you left us, but in all reality, we probably left you because you didn't stay excited. You didn't bring no joy to the relationship. And now we had to go out and find it somewhere, whether it be taking a class or doing something that kept us excited and motivated. And I feel as women get older, we just get even better, especially the Asiatic woman. We get better with time because it's like a fine bottle of wine. It just gets better with time. Tastes better, smell better, all of these things. Islam. Yes. So I think that that's what it is. As we get older, we just get better with time. And most people don't want to grow. Most men don't want to grow. So they would rather step out so they don't grow. So they don't have to grow. So they don't have to change because change is growth. If you don't change, you're not growing. You're staying the same. And that's why relationships usually don't work out because you've gotten too comfortable in just being that you didn't say, let me let me level up. Let me go take a class. Let me go do rites of passage for men. Let me go on a men's retreat. Let me go do something that helps me work on me. No, because most men think they don't need no work. They think they're all put together. And I love the men that know they need work and are working on themselves. We need more of that. We don't need all this denial that you don't need no work on yourself because we all need work on ourselves. So we don't need you to keep denying that you don't need this, right? That's why it says labor not after riches first and think thou will afterwards enjoy them. Because most people think they will. We're gonna labor after this bag, we're gonna get this bag, and when we done getting this bag, this is what we gonna do. That's not facts all the time. Because he who neglected the present moment throw away all that he has. And a lot of times you neglect the present moment, even when you're chasing the bag. As the arrow passes through the heart while the warrior knew not that it was coming, so shall his life be taken away before he knoweth that he has it. Man, so much of this, man, what then is life that man should desire it? What? Breathing? That he should covet it? Is it not a scene of delusion, a series of misadventures, a pursuit of evils linked on all sides together? In the beginning, it is ignorance. Pain is in the middle. Sorrow is the end. Mm, mm, mm. And I asked y'all, what part of your life do you feel should remain with you? Is it your youth? Can you be in love with outrage? Are you in love with outrage? Can anyone answer that? What part of you would you like to keep with you? What part of life that you wish could remain with you? Can anyone answer that? What part of life that you wish would remain with you? Anyone gonna say anything about what part of life they wish to remain with them? Then can you be in love with outrage, licentiousness, and serenity? Is it age? Mm. Then we are fond of infirmities. If you can't answer, then we're fond of infirmities. Promiscuous and unprincipled is licentiousness. Temerity, excessive confidence. It is sad. It is said, gray hairs are reverend, and length of days in honor. Virtue can add reverence to the bloom of youth, and without it, age plants more wrinkles in the soul than on the forehead. Is age respected because it hateth riot? What justice is in this when it is not age that despises pleasure, but pleasure that despises age? Whoa, wait. Is age respected because it hateth riot? What justice is in this when it is not age that despises pleasure, but pleasure that despises age? It's not age that despises the pleasure. So when you talk about we getting old, that's not making us despise the pleasure. The pleasure despises the age. That's what's going on with a lot of our brothers when they do that. That's what's going on right there. You despise your age. So is that the part of you would like to keep with you? Your age, your youth, your youthful age. You're only as old as you feel. If you continue to work on yourself, you can feel just that young. And you don't have to despise your age because the pleasure despises the age. Be virtuous while thou art young, so shall thy age be honored. So when even looking at that, brothers, stop slanging your stuff all over the place to all these women. I just seen Cardi B come on talking about her significant other. But brothers, y'all have no respect for your temples. We see this through the diddler situation. You just don't even care about y'all's temples. Y'all will slang it anywhere it goes. Because once you've had all the women you can have, you become promiscuous, licentiousness, promiscuous and unprincipled. This is why you need a wife. a wife, a woman. Nowhere in history have women been treated good. For thousands of years, they haven't been treated great. Even when I hear people say, when you see these things, and oh, well, they did that back in the day. He was 27, she 15. That's gross. Why are women always being exploited in this way? Why has it been thousands of years that women continue to be exploited in this way? This ain't cool, because that's what you're doing as the Romans do. And you supposedly ain't even fooling with the Romans stuff, but you're doing what they do. And they think all this stuff with children is cool. And we're sitting back saying nothing while they're continuing to do this to these children. That's why it makes me wonder about our brothers and our people. Because that pleasure is the thing that despises the age. It's not the age that despises the pleasure. And it's just crazy to see that and say, no, you've never treated the sisters good, ever in life. Even if that was the thing to do, women still haven't been treated with the respect they really deserve. They have not. Nowhere in the world. So stop with the I'm gonna go get me a wife from here, 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 and here. You can't even respect the women on your own plane. You can't even respect your own mother, let alone how you gonna go respect somebody else over there. I'm confused. I'm so confused by that. But brothers always want a woman to show up and be this, and that for them all the time. Like they don't have to work on themselves. But that we're always having to work on ourselves. Keep your weight down. Keep yourself looking this way. Keep yourself looking that way. Keep yourself this way. Keep yourself that way. But y'all don't keep yourself up. You do not keep yourself up at all. You get comfortable with us and you don't want to do this. You don't want to put on no clothes. You don't want to keep your hair cut. You don't want to do a lot, but you want us to keep us up. You want us to keep the body, the shape after the babies and all of these and keep ourselves all this glamorified for you. So we get lost in trying to keep up for you and losing self. And women have to stop doing it. We have to stop it because it's not cool. It's not good for us as women. We need to love ourselves some more. You should never be willing to sacrifice your whole self for the next person. Learn to sacrifice you for you for once. You sacrifice for everyone else on so many levels. And then you forget about you. And then it's once you have just given all that you can give to everyone, there's no one there to give you anything. And you can barely even give yourself that back. And as women, we have to stop that. We have to stop allowing it. Because we should love ourselves more than that. As I said, it's the pleasure that despises the age, not the age that despises the pleasure, because you're only as old as you feel. So you keep thinking pleasure goes with age. Don't. As long as we take care of ourselves, I feel we live longer, we thrive more when there's not that headache. To have a partner that's just not a headache on no level. And that we can thrive together and work together in harmony. Not you be my competition because you see that I'm reaching higher. Now you feel like you got to compete with me. And it's not a competition. If I'm bettering myself, just know I'm bettering myself. And it's not to one up on you. It's just I'm bettering myself. And we all should work toward that. That's what you should want. You should want that match instead of us fighting each other in it because we see what desires are getting people. People are so caught up in their desires, and their desires are getting them in trouble because they can't control them. They're out of control. I feel the powers that be have enslaved people for so long. And our sisters have been a big, and I'm talking sisters all over the globe. I'm not just talking about here. All over the globe, women have suffered. Women and children have suffered through all of this, and no one speaks up. We're just going to brush this under the rug. It's going to be another distraction. And in the next 6 months, you're going to forget about Diddler. Nobody still ain't talking about these children, though. We're not talking about these children, though. Where are these children that are coming up missing every day? Where are they? Every day a child is coming up missing. Y'all can't keep thinking this is just a coincidence. Who's behind all of this? Now we're watching these states and cities fall down. Who's behind all of this? I want to know. Is age respected because it hateth right? I'm watching all these old folks mess with these young people. It's a shame. It's a shame. Ooh. As one wave, this is a good one to even speak on that. As one wave pushes on another, till both are involved in that behind them. Even so succeedeth evil to evil. In the life of man, the greater in the present swallow up the lesser in the past. Our terrors are real, our real evils, our expectations look forward into impossibilities. Hmm. Can y'all see as one wave is being pushed, there's other waves getting involved, and they're gonna all end up involved in that behind them. Evil to evil is popping off. You're seeing evil to evil. That's why I'm saying, even for these next few months, don't even let people upset you. Let it roll off your shoulders. Let no confrontations, no arguments, none of that. Let things be what they're gonna be in the time that they're gonna be in. But don't put yourself in the mix of it and getting you all revved up because the spiritual warfare is so real. It's amping up. It's like they're turning up the volume real loud. And even if you're not spiritually connected, you're gonna wish you was at this point to a higher source. Because you ain't gonna want to be attached to anything low vibrating. Ascension time, as I spoke on the other night. This is ascension time. We can't ascend being heavy with thoughts, with holding on to grudges and things like that. You can't be light enough. You gotta be light enough to be able to operate on the next plane. This energy we're being tested in now is a serious one. More serious than you can imagine. And I feel my body's been getting ready for this. My being, myself has been getting ready for this because every day it's like something is coming. And we're looking to bring in this peace. So we all need to be on a vibration of peace with one another. That's why I'm saying no arguing, no fighting, no, don't let no one upset you. Don't get caught up in no hearsay, she say, none of that. Protect your peace. Now is the time to truly protect your peace. Like I said, get into some things that you ain't did in a long time to put your mind to focus on peace. Because now is not the time for you to be caught up in no mess with no one. It's time for the slates to be cleared. It's time for your slate to be clean. But you can't clean your slate with all kind of energies around you. You don't have to let stuff go. You're gonna have to let it go. The things that even that you may not even want to let go. You're gonna have to let it go. Because you're too heavy. You're not light enough for you to ascend to the next level. So if it feels like something's pulling down on you and you don't feel like it's something you're holding on to and you need to let go. Because guess what? It's not going to wait on you to decide to let it go. It's not going to wait on you. Ascension is ascension and it ain't, it's going to move as it moves. So I'm telling you, your spirit and soul bring in alignment. Reach your higher self. Stay tuned with your higher self. Talk to your higher self at night. It might sound like you're crazy that you're talking to yourself, but you're not. You're talking to your higher self. You're talking to your God self. And you need to get more acquainted with that self so you can learn it. You can know how to navigate it, whether good or bad. You have to know how to navigate it. Stop looking for someone else to do the navigation for you. It's not going to work. So, yeah, I want to know about these children and why we ain't saying nothing. It's not a delusion, y'all. This is not a delusional thing. This is what's really going on. The illusion is the people they're putting in your face. The delusion is you acting like what's really going on behind the scenes ain't going on because you're too caught up in the person. And you want to know more about the man and being so involved with what this man got going on. We forgetting about these children that keep coming up missing. They have been missing for a long time. I still want to know why them children were from Katrina. I'm still trying to figure it out. Nobody ever did a updated report, a updated story. They found all their family. None of that. And children are still coming up missing every day. A boy just got the N word and carved into his chest at a college. Our babies are getting something's happening every day. Nobody's speaking about them. But we talk about these doggone raggedy celebrities like they're really important. They're responsible for these children missing. If y'all don't see what this is, what is coming of this, it's a shame. Because I say those that turn a blind eye to it, you're a part of the problem because you were probably in this mix. When people don't say nothing, they just go silent, especially when it comes to children, and ain't nobody saying that. Until it hits your back door, then you'll say something. Then it's woe is me, can somebody help me? But you're not watching all of these people dealing with this every single day until it's you. Then you're going to want someone to say something because they snatching them every day. I'm scared for my grandchildren, terrified. Because I don't know how they mamas is. I don't know how well they watch them. I watch children walk behind their parents every day when I'm out sometime. Sad and scary, yes it is. I watch them walk, the children be behind them. My children were never behind me. They always had to stand in front of me. Even as teenagers, walk in front of me. Don't walk behind me. I need to see you. But I see it daily happen. And you don't think it can happen? You don't think it's a target? You putting your children, your grandchildren, sometimes even yourself out here as a target. So when do we start speaking up? Thank you for the hearts. Thank you. I appreciate you. Much love, peace, and power. Much love. So we'll the babies. I still don't know about these babies. And they're missing from all over the place. Not just one state, every state. I could pull up my Facebook and go to so many children missing. And nobody's asking no questions. Like, yeah, where are these children? Where are the children that were in the cages when your boy Obama was in office? Where are them children at? Did they get placed somewhere? Did their families find them? Where they at? Where are our babies? Where are our babies? Where are our babies at? What are they doing with the children for real? Greetings. How are you? I'm good. How you do? How you do? All right. It was a judge in Texas. Uh-huh. They got caught up with trafficking one time, you know. So I mean, it's so much that's secretly going on. Yeah. You know, it's hitting the, you know, I don't know, it's just sad. And you said a judge in Texas because you heard about the judge that took his life. Yeah, that was terrible. You know, yes. Everything hit the fan because, you know, man, there's so much going on. People know what's going on, and they know it's about to end. You know what I'm saying? Like the rise is coming. The election is something else too. Yeah, which I don't think is gonna happen because it's just so much going. So much going on. I don't think it's gonna happen either. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't. Because you seeing how everything is coming down, like in New York. Oh, I'm sorry. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Even if I believe if Trump get in office, he's gonna be disqualified. You know what I'm saying? Yep. If and it's gonna be some kind of did you cut out? War type tactics. Mm-hmm. Probably. It is gonna be some. I can hear you now. I mean, you have to get, you have to be prayed up though. Yeah. Know? So, do you feel question? Are you seeing the correlation with these states and even what's going on with Diddy? Do you see the correlation of how all this is going to end up tying into one another? It will because everybody's connected. Mm-hmm. Church. I'm not trying to put the church out there, but I believe, you know, people go to church, but church organizations, all is tied in one. And I ain't trying to be funny, you know, but it is. That's not being funny. The preacher say something. Mm-hmm. You think the preacher that step up and say something, but you know. And that's the thing. The preachers know. They know. Yeah. They're aware of all of this, and it's not to put them out there, but the truth. That's why I named it what I did. Like most people can't handle the truth. Do you really want the truth? Because that is the truth, and you're not being offensive. That's the truth, and someone needs to say it. Right.
I mean, if they are so-called, a congregation over us, so whatever. You know what I'm saying? After COVID, everybody left the church. You ain't supposed to leave no church.
Right.
Kids getting up missing. We supposed to be better than that. You know what I'm saying? We focus on certain things, and our babies being took from us.
It is something else.
History, yeah, history repeat itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad.
It is. It's so sad, and I'm looking at, even when it comes to the women, just it's like it's been thousands of years that women have been so mistreated. Like this is it just didn't happen. Like this has always been the mistreatment of women and children. It has just been something that it seems like people have always turned a blind eye to.
Yeah, and then they don't realize, we had different eras in our life. You know what I'm saying? So, in the 80s, a lot of children was in the system.
Mm-hmm.
In the 80s, it was the crack era. And then you had other things going on. Children raising themselves. Some women, women have to go through their stages, just like men do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And just because they stir a certain kind of way, don't mean they're not good people or whatever. They should not be abused like that, because we've been abused all our lives. So, I mean, through the system and everything.
Yes. Yes. And the crack era took out 3 generations, because it took out the generation that it got, took out their children, and it affected the grandbabies in one way or another.
Right.
So that was 3 generations.
The grandbabies is the children. The grandbabies, I mean, the women today is the children of the system.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Children. Yes. And the mother, so the mothers is the children. I mean, the mother is the children of the system, and the kids is being raised by the mothers that was in the system. It's sad.
It's sad. And no one's ever gotten any kind of they haven't gotten any help. It's just like when they lock them up in prison. I had a son that went to prison at 17. He never got any kind of help for real. That was like you threw him in a cage with more wolves. You didn't do anything to rehabilitate him. If anything, he came out with more issues than he did when he went in there.
Right. So it's a whole gimmick. Everything is a Ponzi scheme. That's what they say is a illusion. Everything is an illusion. It's not something that people look at and say, "Oh, the colors look funny." No, that's not the type of illusion people talking about.
Facts. That's so true.
Nothing changed under the sun. Nothing changed under the sun. Nothing changed. And the way they get us, like some people say, slavery ain't never happened. I'm not trying to change the subject.
No, girl, let's go. Let's talk about it.
Like slavery never happened and stuff like that. It did happen. It's still happening.
Right now.
It happened. Yeah, it happened in jail. People get like once you go to jail, if they don't take you out the system, you're still in the system, because they got private prisons just for you. Just for us. They got private prisons now. You know what I'm saying? So private prisons versus the state or the federal prisons is different. So if they have people in prison, privately, that's channel. You know what I'm saying?
Sure is.
That's something different.
And that's trafficking. That still falls under human trafficking.
Exactly.
Still falls under it.
So, right. Wow. And trafficking is so much. Yeah. These kids today,
Yeah, because even the apps that they're playing on their phones with they're just opened up for the pedos to come in and bother them. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad. Like, you came in for the pedos to bother you? You know, you're bringing these things out for our children to be exposed to, and it's like, who's behind it? It got to be the pedos behind it too, if they're allowing it, because it can't be parents behind this. It can't be real parents.
I think the whole system is messed up. We
Yeah.
focus on insurance and shit. Excuse my language.
No, go ahead.
We you know what I'm saying, we want insurance, we want all of this from a president, but we're not trying to fight for equality.
Right.
Not only that, establishment, you know what I'm saying, like if we're being so-called unalived by these people or whatever, why are we still dealing with it?
Yes, why?
We still dealing with the people? Why they have our hands? Why do they have our hands? Why are they able to have our hands if we're something else to this land?
Because they've detached us from our souls. Why? We don't even realize. We don't realize we have a soul. They took they pretty much have snatched it all from us, that we don't realize it's even within us, that we can do these things and we're capable of really being self-sufficient. That's how powerful we are. We're afraid of it though. We think we need someone to tell us to do something. It's still an enslaved mindset, I would say. It's still like being enslaved, like, because you still want someone to, like, well, how should I live? Well, which way should I go? When we know right from wrong. We was raised by somebody, whether even if we came from that era, still like grandmama or big mama was someone that instilled something in you, even if your mom did.
Right.
So.
And it's a lot of self-hate too.
Yeah. Oh God. That's the problem. I think that's our number one problem is self-hate.
Right. Because we put it on the white tee. It's not always the white tee.
You
have to like you said, it's something within. And you know what I'm saying?
Like you said, it's that self-hate though. It's the self-hate that's really in us.
That's right.
That is what's in us. It's the self-hate that we really got to work on. But once we have to let go of being tied to them. Like you said, we want to blame it on the white t-shirt, but we can't blame it on them, because behind that white t-shirt is the same people look like us. They're the ones puppeteering the white t-shirt.
Exactly.
So, yes.
It's the truth.
Yes.
It's the truth, though.
It is.
Because, like, you can't stand, like, some people like, oh, you trying to be like Martin Luther King, or you trying to be like Malcolm X. Nobody trying to be like nothing. We're just trying to stand for something that's right.
That's right.
And it's time to stand up.
It's time to stand. And I feel it's going to always be the women. And my thing is, even if you are, guess what? Those are my ancestors, and I can channel a Martin Luther King. I can channel Malcolm X if I need to. Because maybe that's what needs to come out of me for you to act like you got some sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, people would say that, but it's like, but that they came from something. Somebody inspired them before to become a Malcolm, to become a Martin.
It's all in us.
It's all in us already. Yours is peace and power. Come on now.
Exactly. Show love.
That's right.
Sometimes I pass by just to tap and keep going. I just keep tapping and keep going. But I'm glad I stopped by.
Me too. And I'm gonna have to come by one of your lives. Do you go live a lot?
Oh, I don't go live. I don't go live.
You don't? Okay. She said,
no, I haven't. I don't have any more coins or whatever. I don't know how to work this thing. I just be on it.
Oh, okay. You gotta do you some lives, because it sounds like you would do some very powerful lives, so I could come on your live too.
Okay, that'll be good.
Yes. So try to do you one. Do you one. See what you can do. And I'm gonna come on there, girl.
Yeah. Where you from?
I'm originally from Colorado, but I live in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, I'm in Alabama.
Oh, hey, what part?
Greensboro.
Okay, my friend, I have my one friend, she moved up here from Birmingham. I think that's what right. I think I'm right. Birmingham.
Birmingham.
Yes. Yes, but I have
Okay.
clients down in Alabama and everything. I like Alabama. Alabama's cool.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
She said it's all right. How is the weather though? Are y'all cool? Is everything all right?
It's about the same. Yeah, it's about the same in Atlanta.
Is it just raining? Yeah, it ain't doing much.
No, it's not raining yet. It looks like it's about to though.
Oh, it
You gotta
is.
stay safe with that hurricane going through.
Yeah. It's kind of big, so yeah, we will. I'm sure we'll be all right. You know, ain't nothing we can't get through.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
ain't nothing we can't get through. Thank you for stopping by. I'm gonna have to come and check you out too.
Okay, okay.
All
So how
right.
you step down?
Oh, you just I think you
Oh,
just
wait, I
exit.
got one more thing.
Yes.
I have one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all these lynching and stuff that's going on too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it ain't never stopped, but you know, that's sad. Through Atlanta, through Mississippi, it's sad. You know,
It
that's another
is.
thing too, other than trafficking. So,
Yes, the
you know,
lynching. I think that's the police. It's either the police or it's some or it's I think it's the police behind it, honestly. Just trying to stir up stuff. Yep.
right.
But we got to speak on all that. All that needs to be spoken on because no one's speaking on it. They're so concentrated on the
TV.
celebrities. Yes. We ain't concentrating
Right.
on really what's going on. And that's why I'm like, nah, we got to start speaking on what's really going on behind the scenes.
Right. Right.
Yes.
It has
Yes.
to be said.
Yes,
So
it does.
I'm gonna get it together and have it live one day.
Yeah, please do. So I come holler at you. So I come holler at my girl.
Okay.
Okay. Stop by
Enjoy it.
anytime.
Have a good one.
You too. All right. Peace.
All right. Peace. Bye.
Bye. See y'all. That's what I'm saying. We gotta come together. It is not about, it's good to know people from all over. So then that um you are able to have connections because if anything was to pop off, like I was even saying earlier, and you had to just grab some things and go, to know someone in the next state or the next town or the next city is a good thing. Because if not, and you had to up and go, like in the biblical times, they had to sometimes just grab what they could and go on about their business. So, in order to keep a connection, these are what these platforms are for. They're not just for us to get on here and gossip and go back and forth and argue. They're on here for us to connect with one another. We got to look at the blessing in these things. Not looking at the downfall, how it's pulling people down, but look at the blessing and how it can connect. I just connected with a new sister in another state, not far from me. She might have greens, and we got tomatoes. She ain't that far. It go down, she can come get some tomatoes, right? It's see. So we got to start looking at these things from those perspectives instead of looking at this stuff for just way it's laid out in front of us. Let's use it for what it could be good for all of us and helping us to elevate, to ascend to this next level that we need to go to. So we're not too heavy. My sister ain't too heavy for me to pull her up because I know she's working on herself, peace and power. But my sister over here that don't want to do it and she's waiting for someone else to do it and save her, she's probably too heavy for me to help take to the next level. So we got to realize what this is all about. Make your heart as light as a feather. No confrontations, y'all, for real. Because the energy that's popping off tomorrow is some serious energy. We don't know if this is simulated moons. We don't know if one moon is a real moon and the other moon is not a real moon. But this energy is still the energy that they're putting out. And you're going to either get encompassed with the energy or you're going to be able to throw the energy off. That's why you got to put your soul to work if you got one. If you got a soul, put your soul to work. You got to employ your soul. The soul needs to be put to work, because the only thing the soul search is, the soul's most, I mean, all it is searching for is the truth. The soul don't want nothing else. The soul don't want what you want. You think it wants what you want. The soul only is searching for the truth. It searches truth. So your emotions, the soul don't care about your emotions. That's why the soul is far too fine for fleshly eyes to see. Because the soul ain't tripping off of you and your emotions. Not the essence of it. The actions might, but not the essence of it. You got to tap back into that soul. You got to tap in. Because that's the biggest sin we could ever did, was, for one, detaching ourselves from our ancestors, from those that came before us, that taught us, to teach us all that we know, our rights from our wrongs. And we don't give no praise to them, but we want to praise all these celebrities and give them all these accolades and allow the algorithms to put more money in their pocket. Yeah, it's time. We put money in their pocket while we sitting up here giving them algorithms. Our algorithms should be on what we doing, how we're building this nation up. I told you the revolution is inside of you. The resolution is inside of you. It's not televised because it's within you. You have to revolutionize on the inside of yourself. It is on us. It is on us. It's always been on us. We have survived so many things, so many obstacles in so many different ways, that even these little things they trying to throw at us is not affecting us. We still moving on. We're still pressing on to continue on to the next level. That's why I said, don't get caught up in this nonsense. Know that it's there. Please be aware that this stuff is going on. But focus on something that you need to be doing for yourself. Get back into something that you were so intrigued about, even if it was when you were little. Get back into it. Bring it back to life. Bring it back to fruition. Because I'm telling you, our God-given talents and gifts is what's going to get us through this thing. If you ain't tapped into your God-given gifts in a long time and your God-given talents, I advise you to do so. Because that's what's going to save us. That's going to be our saving grace. Not sitting around here talking about, oh my God, they ain't going, and oh my goodness, and this and this, and this person in this election, and this is, that is doing nothing for us. Diddy ain't doing nothing for you. None of them folks. Our concentration should be on how we get our nation together, how we get our nation moving back together as in unity. In unity, right? We got to come together in unity, y'all. No more separation. And as my sister said, we can't keep blaming it on the white t-shirts. The white t-shirts ain't got nothing to do with this. Start looking at yourself, because you have a major part to play in this thing. And how have we, it ain't what your nation can do for you, but what can you do for your nation? Have you asked yourself that question? Or your hand is always out begging for something? And this is why we ended up with the crack epidemic. We lost our way, y'all. We looking for someone to come save us. And every time they come in to think you thinking they saving us, they come in to poison us even more. Whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, they poison us. They ain't thinking about us. And Kendrick, right, they not like us, but the party is buried now. I think the part we done buried it. It's buried. Now it's time to move on. Let's figure out where these children are, how we're going to revive our nation back, because we about to have to rebuild this bad boy. Because they going to tear it up. We ain't going to tear it up. They going to tear it up. This has nothing to do with us, y'all. This war that they got going on in these streets that's about to pop off has nothing to do with me and you. It has everything to do with them. And they've all done it to themselves. They've done it to themselves. We didn't do it. They did it. So this is what we have come to. This is what we're going to see. I just need y'all to protect your energy, protect yourself, protect your peace, your space. Don't let it happen. Just don't let it happen. Because believe me, they're going to come picking for you. But don't let them do it. Send everyone on their way. Have a nice day. And I'll talk to you later. That's what you say to them. I'll see you back. I'll see you in 2025. I'll see you in 2025. Peace and love. But this is what needs to happen. This is how we need to come together. And as I said the other day, it has nothing to do with your skin tone. Because I know a lot of my people have no soul. Because they don't even realize it's in there. But there's still a lot of people walking around without a soul. But don't think skin color has anything to do with a soul. It doesn't. People are going to show their real face. If you've been questioning people around you, believe me, within the next 7 days, they're going to show their face, and you ain't gonna have to question anything anymore. All your questions will be asked. We sure do. We need a task force. We sure do need a task force. But guess who the best task force could ever be, sis? And it's a shame because we need brothers to protect us, right? The sisters. We're the best investigators. Inspector Gadget on your behind. We are the best investigators. Strategy. We could do that strategy, right? So it's gonna take us. I keep been saying this for about 4 years. It's gonna take the women. It's gonna take the mothers. It's gonna take the mamas to get mad and have had enough. And once they've had enough, it's a wrap. Because we frontline it. We gonna frontline it, especially when it comes to our children. We gonna frontline this thing. Scared of who? Scared of what? I mean, if it's gonna be I gotta go, I guess I gotta go if it means that they gonna be here. If it means that I can save them from this tyranny, then let's go. As long as they don't have to suffer. See, mother's willing to put her life on the line so her children don't have to suffer from her sins. But when they say the sins of the fathers fall on the children, because the mother ain't about to pop that off. Because we ain't about to fall nothing out on our children. We don't want nothing to fall onto our children. So we'll take the heat. The baby gets sick, let me get sick. I'd rather be sick than he be sick or she be sick. Mama always gonna take it. We gonna always take the heat. For ours, if you a real mother, if you a real parent, you gonna take it for yours. You ain't gonna allow that to come on in. So you're right. We need a task force, and the time is now. No more waiting on no one. No more waiting to see who's gonna be a part of this or who's gonna be a part of that. No more waiting on that. It's movement time. We're moving. We're moving. With or without people. We're moving. It's a movement. And it's a mama movement. It's a woman movement, if that's what you want to call it. There ain't no shade or hate on my brothers because I love my brothers. But I need y'all to get it together. Y'all need to stand and stop being weak. And stand as men should stand. All these pants around here with nothing in them is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. I see little babies harder than some of these men. It's crazy to me. Brothers, I need y'all to stand up and get it together. You got to work on yourself. You got to. Stop getting so caught up in a woman that you can't work on yourself. Because you trying to make sure she's so caught up in you that you ain't got to concentrate on you. But you need to be concentrating on you. Allow her to concentrate on her. Make things move. Because that's what needs to happen. That's what's going to happen. It's no more waiting. the next 7 days, everyone will show their face. Everyone that you've been questioning. And when they do, don't give no argument, don't give no fight. Bow out in peace and love. Bow out in peace. I come in peace, I leave in peace. That's all you got to say. They ain't even got to know that you know. But you know that you know at this point. But they ain't got to know that you know. Because they so unaware of who they really are. But you're going to see who they really are. You feel me? So the time is now, y'all. I love y'all. I'll come back on tomorrow for Holy Day to give my Holy Day demonstration to the people so that we get into these instructions that will instruct our lives for ourselves. They're not instructions that somebody's telling you you have to do, but they're instructions to instruct from within, to grow from within. Bless you too, peace and power. Bless you too, to grow from within. So check me out tomorrow as I bring this work on self study and how this really works, because we were left instructions on how to put our house in order. He brought us everything. Prophet Noble Drew Ali brought us everything to save a nation. He said, now save yourself. Because we can save ourselves through this, but we can save our nation too. So peace and love and peace and power to each and every one of y'all. Y'all have a great night. Stay out of this weather, ATL. It doesn't sound like it's raining too hard to me, but just be safe, stay in, keep warm. Pray for our unhoused people. Please pray for them that they're safe and they'll be warm and none of this weather will affect them because they've been out there for a long time before any of it. So peace and love, peace and power. Peace and love.